You're ready. You're ready to fire it up. And the other Grace. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. And help me remember your name. Tori, that's right. That's right. And Weta, content. So we have this nice spectrum of feelings. That's great. We're going to start tonight in child's pose. Child's pose. Looks like everybody knows this posture. And a couple sighs. So some of you, when you were saying how you're feeling, mentioned what you're looking for. So move towards that. What are you looking for? Adam said a little energy, and we've got clarity, and so have that be your intention. Complex carbohydrates. Are you on the 40 days? I'm sorry. Broccoli counts. You know what I'm saying? Broccoli is a complex carbohydrate. So move that craving towards broccoli. Clasp your hands at the front of your mat, bend your elbows, and move your thumbs to the nape of your neck. So just, yes, flex at your elbows and move your thumbs to the nape of your neck. And walk your elbows forward a bit more. Take a deep breath in. Sigh and allow your heart to get really heavy. The center of your chest to get really heavy. Just melt it on down. Slide those shoulder blades towards your tailbone. Get lots of space between the top of your shoulders and your ears. A couple more breaths here. As you stay, you might get more stretch, would allow you to walk those elbows even more forward on your mat to feel that stretch around your armpit, between your armpit and your ribs, between each of your ribs, sinking your chest down towards the floor. Yes, that's it, Grace. Nice exploration. Return your forearms down to the floor and move into a tabletop position. One cat and dog just to stretch it out. And by that I mean just take the middle of your back up towards the ceiling like an angry cat. Let your head sink down to the floor and then tailbone up towards the ceiling. Come back to a tabletop position and move your right arm right out to T. Look over there at your right thumb and then move your right arm up towards the ceiling at the shoulder. So just keeping the torso and the shoulder on the same plane. Take a deep breath and go in a little bit more of that rotation and weave your arm through. Thread the needle, but don't lay down quite yet. Just feel that rotation in your spine. Inhale your way back up and rotate up towards the ceiling. Good. Twice more before you rest your arm down. Inhaling as you reach up towards the ceiling and exhaling on this next one. Put your right shoulder down on the floor and your right ear down on the floor. Don't do anything else. Just get acclimated to start. And then move your shoulder back towards your feet more and flatten your ear more on the mat. Attempt to get your ear as flat on the mat as possible as you take your right shoulder towards the space behind you. So your after stretch of the skin and soft tissue around your neck. You might even feel your bones moving in relationship to each other. If you want to add more, you could take your left leg out towards the side. So reach the left leg straight on out. Over here, we're going to the windows. Yep, you would go to the side wall. If you try that on and you don't like it, then just move your knee back. Last option, you can take that left hand, wrap it around your back. Your left hand, yeah. Tuck your chin just a little bit, Grace. Towards your chest, honey. Yes, that's it. Another big breath in. Exhale. Move your leg back, hand back, come back up to your tabletop. Rotate once more up towards the ceiling. Follow your hand up towards the ceiling. Put your hand back down on the mat. One cat and dog. Cat and dog. Neutral spine, left arm out to T. Keep it there for just a moment. You want to keep the shoulder and the torso in line with each other and have the rotation come from your spine. So rotate your whole spine up towards the ceiling, keeping your shoulder and your arm on the same plane. Yep, that's it. Go ahead and look up at your hand if your neck likes it. Keep your chin tucked though. Weave it under. We're going for about 3. So under you go and back out with your inhale. Inhaling. Good. Exhaling as you rotate under, really squeezing that air out of your lungs. When you hit that third one, put your shoulder on the floor. But don't do a lot of adjusting. Just feel what you're feeling. Notice the different stages of the stretch. As you stay, move your shoulder back towards the space behind you, towards the back of your mat. And flatten your ear more and more on the mat. Move your head just a little bit this way, yes, and tuck your chin slightly, yeah. And then add on, you know how you get a massage, you can get the stone, you can get the scrub, you can get all these little things. So that's what these add-ons are about. Sometimes you don't like the scrub, so just move your knee back. Sometimes you want more of it, so you can add your arm. And with your next exhale, surrender more into this posture. Find out what it's offering you. Return to your tabletop. Go back into that arm out to the T. Rotate your spine up towards the ceiling. Put your hand back down on the mat. One cat and dog. Start with your cat. Move the middle of your spine way up towards the ceiling, tucking your chin. Move into your dog, also known as cow. Stay in your cow or your dog with your tailbone up, shoulders up, belly down. Tuck your toes under. Move your feet forward. Hands forward just an inch or two. And downward facing dog, keeping that tilt in your pelvis. Move way up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees and hover your knees above the mat. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Straighten your knees, but don't lock them out as you press your heels down to the floor. Last time, way up onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees and hover. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep that tilt as you straighten your knees, not locking them out, and pressing your heels down towards the floor. Lift your toes up towards your shins and press your heels down to the floor more. So go way down, heels way down, and toes up to shins. Inhale. Exhale. And step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And move into a rag doll. So the middle of your spine, kind of like we were there on the floor in our cat posture. You're just going to swing left and right in your rag. Come up an inch or two. Swing left and right in this rag doll. Kind of embody that idea of a rag doll. Up another inch or two and swing left and right. Just incrementally, every time you finish a swing, come up another inch or two. Feeling those cobwebs break up all throughout your body. And once you get up to standing, keep your chin tucked. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let the weight of your arms move your head down towards your chest, really tucking that chin. Keep your knees a little bit bent. Cinch in that abdominal region. Release your hands and look up. Inhale your arms up. And a big side bend over to the right. Now, if you're looking at me, you can see that I have my fingers interlaced like this, and I'm just letting the weight of my arms take me further into that side bend. Stay here in that side bend and inhale, and exhale further into it. Feel that stretch between your ribs and your skin, your soft tissue. Inhale your arms up, and we'll go the other way. Big lateral bend on this side. Keep those knees a little bit bent. Stay soft, ooey and gooey. Especially on that exhale. Let this posture have its way with you. Inhale your arms back up towards the ceiling. Move your hands to heart center. We'll start with one Om. Big breath in. Om. Release your hands by your side. Inhale your arms up. Bend your knees. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. I push up all the way down to the floor. Move through 3 cobra postures. Move your hands to the base of your ribs. Inhale your heart up towards the space in front of you and exhale down. Twice more. Inhale hard on up and exhale down. This is your 3rd time. Lift your heart up and lift your arms up. Lift your legs up. Feel that strength in the back side of your body, even the front of your body. Press your hands down into the mat. Upward facing dog. And if you're brave, you'll be on your toenails. Lift your legs, your thighs, your heart. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, air out, and move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand, reach up. Remember to keep those knees slightly bent the whole time and fold. So keep the knees bent. Keep the knees. That's it, Tori. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up. Low push up, or go the whole way to your mat for cobra, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Big breath in, air out. Move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, fold, stand, reach up, shoulders down, heart up, and fold. Bend your knees. Initiate it with bending your knees. Halfway lift, high to low push up. Slow it down. Low push up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. One more of these sun salutation A's. Let the air come into your lungs. Push it out. Step forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sip the air in. Up, up, up you go. Arms up. And fold. Halfway lifts. High push up. Low push up, all the way up into upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Move your right foot up to your right hand. Lower your left knee down to the floor in a low runner's lunge. Left knee down to the floor. Put both of your hands on top of your right thigh. Move your right foot forward to the front of your mat just a bit more. Just reach it up there. And then that's it, Grace. Real heavy body towards the front of the room. You're after the stretch on the front side of your left thigh. So you can move your foot forward even more, Elena, even more. You feel that in the front side of your left thigh? Then you move it forward even more, even more. I feel like you're just barely moving it forward. It's like a symbolically move forward. All right, tense your fingertips around your front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee up and straighten your front knee. After that, stretch down the back side of your right thigh. Stay here for a few moments. And now go back and forth between these two postures. Knee down, hands on top of your thigh. Heavy body forward, getting that stretch on the front side of your thigh. Tent your fingertips. Tuck your back toes under. Straighten both knees, feeling that stretch on the back side of your thigh. So as you do this, stop worrying about doing it right or wrong and really start to feel what's going on in your body. Notice where you're getting the most information and linger in that posture. So I'm getting more information in this position right now, so I'm going to stay here and ask for that stretch. If you feel more with your knee down, then hang out there, or if it's equal, transition between each of these postures. Another moment of exploration, just taking snapshots of what's going on in your body. Humble warrior. Flatten your back foot. So come off your back knee and flatten your back foot. Pull those guts in. Keep your left knee 90 degrees. Interlace your fingers at your low back and drive your knuckles towards the space behind you. Keep engaging your abdominal muscles, all those layers of abdominal muscles. Feel that, how that lengthens your spine, broadening across your chest. Warrior one and stay. Arms up. I'm going to move. You stay where you're at in your warrior one. Bend your front knee substantially. Arms up towards the ceiling. Rotate your forearms so that your pinkies are oriented towards the space behind you. Straighten your elbows and move your arms out of your peripheral vision. Nice. Bend that right knee even more. Another breath together. Inhale. Hands down to the mat. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Move your left foot forward in that low runner's lunge and lower your back knee down to the mat. Put both of your hands on top of your left thigh. Yeah, Grace, you could move your front foot forward more. You really want that nice, sweet stretch on the front side of your right thigh. Do you got it? Take your fingertips around your front foot. Lift your back knee off of the mat and straighten your front knee. That's it. You can see Katie's doing a great job demonstrating it. Now you're feeling that stretch on the back side of your right thigh and also the front leg. Your left leg usually gives you a lot of information here. Yep, that's it, Adam. You initiate the movement now. Decide where you want to go between these two postures. Do you want to do it even, Steven? Or do you want to hang out in one more than the other? Let your body tell you what you want to do. Oh, this is breathing is so inspiring. Join in the breath warriors, I like to call them. Also taps you into how your body's feeling. Moving into your humble warrior. Flatten your back, fold forward, warrior 1 feet. Keep that right knee at 90 degrees. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Lift your arms off of your low back. And it's the guts that you want to pull in. Pull in those guts. Feel that length in your spine. Stay here. Release your bind and inhale up to your warrior 1. And you got 5 breaths here. Yes, do the rotation in the forearms. Move those pinkies towards the space behind you. That opens up the shoulders. Straighten the elbows. That's it, Adam. Move your arms out of your peripheral vision. Now the legs down into that knee bend. Surrender a little bit to the gravity as you lift up your heart. You got one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands down to the mat. High push up. Feel that posture just wash all over your body. Downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Let it go. Move forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Down in your chair and stay. Swing your arms back as you lift your palms up towards the ceiling and even straighten your legs a bit and then back down into your chair posture. Add that rotation of the forearms, swinging those pinkies towards the back area when you come up into your chair. Feel that rotation. So you're also adding that rotation in the forearm every time you come up, rotating the pinkies back. And when you go down, feeling that rotation the other way as you lift your palms up towards the ceiling. The next time you're in chair, stay there. But finish your movement up into your chair. We'll breathe together for 3, 2, last one. And release. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. String these together with one sun salutation B. Breathe the air in. Push it out and step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair down into your chair and fold. Halfway lifts. High to low push up. Use that core to drive you into your low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right-sided warrior, deep knee bend, deep hip flex. Yes, hands down to the mat, high to low. Nice hand placement there, Megan. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog, left-sided. Pay attention to that little detail of your pinky finger, hands down to the mat, high to low. Staying super focused. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold, stand, and reach up. Listen carefully. Left-sided eagle. Left arm under and wrap your hands up. Left leg over and wrap your foot around your calf or leave it hang out to the side. Your choice. I'm going to move, so if you're looking at me, don't anymore. Find that still spot to look at. Good. Stay focused. You're here for 2 more. Feel that stretch across the back side of your neck. the tops of your shoulders, airplane. So lift that left leg up, back into your airplane. Reach, 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 reach back. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful, Grace. Her heart's up because this is a back bend. So keep reaching back and crescent lunge. Land that foot back onto the back of your mat, on the ball of your back foot. So did you see how Tori's right on the ball of her back foot? That's what you're after. And act as if your back foot is a stake, a tent stake, and it's going straight down in the ground, and you're just pushing that ball of your foot straight down in the ground. Good. Remember that rotation in the forearms. Take those pinkies back. Open up your heart, hands to heart center, and twist over your thigh. Yep. You got it. You got it. We're all going on this nice circle-like twist. Open up your arms. And let's do this together for 3, 2. Last one. Breathe in. Back up into your chair posture, or excuse me, crescent lunge. I really messed you up, didn't I? And we're opening up the warrior 2. Opening up the warrior 2. Well, it's very good listening, Katie. Let's move this warrior. Inhale your arms straight up towards the ceiling, straighten your front leg, and then bend your knee. Arms way down towards the floor. Arms up. Really bend that knee a bit. Really bend it. Oh gosh, get down to the nooks and crannies of that hip and knee and back leg, wherever you're feeling it. Next time you're down, stay in your warrior 2. Stay. Polish your posture, check out your feet, make sure your heel lined up with your arch, pull in the guts, torso straight, everything that you usually cue yourself in to creating this sustainable posture. List them in your head and relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your eyelids, relax your eyelashes, extended side angle. Thinking about the details of your body. Yes, keep breathing. Join in that chorus. You come out of it just a tiny bit, Grace. We'll go to that setting. Keep that knee nice and bent. Now you keep your torso straight. Looks great. Up into your warrior 2. Warrior 2. So up and you go. That's it. You got it, Jordan. Flip your front palm and straighten your front knee. Big lateral flexion to the side, similar to how we started today. Move your hands to your hips. Pigeon toe your feet to the long edge of your mat. Bend your knees and move into a wide leg forward fold. Wide leg forward fold. Move your hands between your feet. Line your fingernails and your toenails up with each other. So you're going to orient your hands on the same way that your feet, so that if I drew a line, it would intersect your toenails and your feet. So bring your hands together just a bit more, Grace. You want to orient your arms as if you were going to do a push-up. You're going to bend your elbows and squeeze those elbows together. Separate your feet more. So heel toe your feet apart more. Bend your knees more. And move the crown of your head down towards the floor. If your head does not land on the floor, then keep separating your feet. Keep bending your knees. Regardless if your head is on the floor or not, have a sense of lifting your legs up towards the ceiling. Pretend that your legs are going to lift up towards the ceiling. Yes, that's it. Just feel it. Feel that. You're working harder than someone that is actually going into a headstand, believe it or not. Just feeling that lift take you up. Okay, relax. Relax out of it. Heel toe your feet together just a bit. Tent your fingertips out in front of you about 2 feet. Come on up to stand. 5 stars. Separate your hands. Separate your feet. Really separate. We're going to go down into a high goddess posture. So you're going to walk your feet together just slightly so that your ankles and your knees are on the same line. That looks great. Goal post your arms, hugging those guts. You're just going to tap your right elbow to your right knee. Right elbow towards your right knee, right thigh. Come on back up. And then the other side. 3 sets total. Yep, the other way. And back up. Last set. Feeling that lateral line, similar to how we started. And then back up into your 5 star. Really stretch it out. Triangle posture. Move your right foot to 12 o'clock. Again, you're looking for that intersection of heel to middle of arch. Yep, Adam's got it. If you have a block, you could put it behind your right ankle just to make the floor a little closer, but you might not need a block. Yeah, that looks great. Very nice, Tori. Yeah, so the reason why you want that block is for this posture, you want the spine straight. We don't want that C-shaped bend in this posture. Nice, Katie. That looks great. We're looking for that long spine. Look down at your front foot and fly in and out of your half moon. Yep, so go into your half moon, back into your triangle, half moon, triangle. We're going to keep a positive attitude, Elena. That's what we need here. We need positivity. Yeah. So you want that bounce, right? Go ahead and get brave. Really kick up and try to stick that thing. If you overgo, then the only thing that's going to happen is you'll do a cartwheel, which is equally fun. So in and out of your half moon. The next time you're in your half moon, stay in your half moon. Move into that half moon. Explore that balance. Good. Good. Nice breathing. That's it. That's it. One more slow breath cycle. Forward fold. Swing your back foot up to meet your front foot at the front of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Move into a forearm plank. Forearm plank. This is where we're going to do our core tonight, is in this forearm plank. Put your right foot up, tap it on the outside of your mat and bring it back, and then your left foot and tap it out. Just 2 more sets. Stay calm, breathing slowly and deeply. Beautiful focus. That's it. And Sphinx pose. Lower your body down to the floor, keeping your forearms on the floor. Separate your forearms somewhat and lift your heart up towards the center of the circle. Move your right arm out to T, similar to how we started with our thread the needle, and then you're just going to roll over that right arm. Stretch out that soft tissue around your shoulder and your chest. You can add the scrubs and the hot stones here by bending your left knee and putting your left foot behind your right extended leg. Yep, Adam is demonstrating that. You could also wrap your left arm behind you too. Some people can even clasp their hands, which is kind of crazy. If it's out towards space, yeah, you can just tuck your arm underneath. Good. Roll back to your belly. Now the other arm out to T. Do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, I was just going to say that, Grace. That's awesome. A lot of times your hand tends to migrate down towards your foot, but walk your fingers, your hand up towards your head. You want to keep that T line with your arm, similar to thread the needle that we did earlier. That looks like it feels so good. So Katie is actually bending her right knee and grabbing her foot with her right hand in a nice little quad stretch, if that sounds lovely to you. And then come on back to your belly. Move your hands to the base of your ribs. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step to the head of your mat and right-sided eagle. So this posture is just reminding me so much of the biathlon in the Olympics right now. When they cross-country ski, and then they stop and they have to shoot at this bullseye. And that's how eagle makes me feel sometimes in yoga. You need this focus to find this balance, even though your heart rate might be up, respiration might be up. So find the focus. Airplane. Yep, keep that breath. You need that breath. Good. Uh-huh. Then lift up, lift your leg, lift your heart, lift your arms. Think of that whole right side moving down towards the floor just a bit. The whole right side of your body to level out your 2 hip points. Yes, that's it. Half moon? No, not half moon. Crescent lunge, crescent lunge, crescent lunge. Just kidding. Equally put pressure in the toe and the pinky side. Jordan, you just did it, what I was calling. That's it. So you want the pinky side of your back foot and the ball mount of your back foot equally putting pressure into the floor. Hands to heart center and twist. And 3 in. Out. 2 more. Breathe it in. Let it go. Last one. Air in. Back up into your crescent lunge. And warrior 2. Warrior 2. Yes, nice switcheroo there, girl. I was just thinking, how am I going to tell her? Go ahead and move it. Move it. Arms up and down. And you switched it. It made my life so much easier. Good, good. Find that space, that new territory, like you're going on a hip and knee journey way down into the posture. Next time you're down into your warrior 2, stay in your warrior 2. I feel like that foot could go back a little, but you know you're, oh, there it is. I see it now. Gorgeous. I haven't had someone stick their tongue out at me in a long time. Move your foot forward a little bit, honey. Just a tiny bit more and down. Yes. Flip your front palm and reverse. Straighten your front leg as you reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Down into it. Let's breathe loudly for about 3 in and out. As loudly as you can. In and out. Really noisy breath in. All the air out. Back into your warrior 2. Reverse your warrior and straighten your front leg. Move your hands to your hips. Pigeon toe your feet towards the long edge of the mats. Interlace your fingers at your low back and wide leg forward fold. Allow your arms to spill down towards the floor in front of you. Keep your knees a little bit bent there, Katie. Yes. And rock your right shoulder towards the floor and then your left shoulder towards the floor. Yeah, feel that little bit of rotation in your spine. There's lines of stretch across your neck. Release your mind. Put your hands on the floor. And this is a very subtle stretch. You're going to move your right hip up towards the ceiling. So just tilt your pelvis so that your right hip goes up towards the ceiling and then your left hip up towards the ceiling. It's so subtle I might not even be able to see it, but it can give you a lot of information around your hip, the medial or inner line of your thighs. Bring your pelvis back to stillness, back to neutral, and now bend your right knee slightly and then your left knee slightly. Notice how that taps into just a slightly different stretch. Tent your fingertips out in front of you about 2 feet and hinge up to stand into your 5-star. 5-star. Guts in and down into your high goddess. Good. You might have to heel toe your feet together to get your knees in line with your ankles. Right elbow to left knee and back out. And the opposite. Doesn't really matter which way you start. You're just going into that twist. You got 3 sets total. After your third set, come on up out of it and move into your high goddess and stay. Now up under the balls of your feet. Heels up, heels down. Twice more. Heels up and down, heels up and down, and 5-star. Stretch it out. Triangle pose. Look at your left foot now, oriented to 12 o'clock. Make sure heels intersecting arch and go down into your triangle posture. Just like we were in that wide leg forward fold, very subtly lift your right hip up towards the ceiling. Feel that little lift of your right hip up towards the ceiling as if you were going to carry something on that right hip. Often gives you a bigger stretch on the inside of your front leg, your left leg. Look down at your front foot. Get brave. You go, Peter Pan. Right into your half moon. Fly in and out. You're after sticking this thing. So I suggest playing 2-3 times. After your third time, stay in your half moon. You feel that elasticity in your tissue, how it wants to bounce you from one posture to the next, like you stretch a rubber band. Swing your back foot to your front foot at the front of your mat to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Stand. Let the air take you up to stand. Oh, I want to do something else. Fold one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, forearm plank. Down into your forearm plank. Forearm plank. 10 pulses. Lift your hips up just slightly and down. That's 10, 9, 8, good. 7, slight pause. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down into your Sphinx posture once again. Have a sense of pulling your arms towards the space behind you as you drag your heart towards the middle of this room. Move your hands to the base of your ribs. Come on up to your knees. Cross your arms, right arm under, left arm over. Right arm under, left arm over. You're going to just bend down here at the waist and start to lay down in this yin posture. You keep reaching your arms apart from each other. Tuck your chin and let your forehead go down towards the floor. Inhale and surrender with your exhale. We're just going to stay here for 45 minutes. Does it feel good to you? People would have different reactions, probably. I should say responses to that. Now that you've been here for a bit, pull your arms apart more by dragging your fingers or grabbing the floor with your finger pads and just really going into that stretch. Remember to relax your head. All right, let's waddle on out of that thing. Come on back up to your knees and wrap your arms up in the opposite way. I don't remember what I said before, so just the opposite. Bend at your waist. Put your elbows down to the floor. And just, this is one of those times where being on the actual floor is probably easier if you have a sticky mat. For future, cross your arms and lay on your arms posture. Maybe just move over to the floor so you can really get that slick surface. Keep that chin tucked, head heavy. It's the opposite stretch of what we did before. Just feeling that difference. Get what you want out of this for about 2 more long, slow breath cycles. And flex at your spine area. Come on up. Stand on your toes. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Just a little counter stretch as you lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Dive your hands down. Downward facing dog. Air in. Out. And step forward to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Chair posture. Remember the details of the pinky, moving your arms out of your peripheral vision, keeping those elbows straight but not locked, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Just for a breath cycle, in, out, chair, twist to the left, breathe it in, and out, chair, and forward fold. Grab those big toes with your 2 first fingers. Move into a halfway lift. So as you pull on your big toes, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet apart. Go down to a low goddess posture. Once you're there, get that connection between your elbow and your knee. Really squeeze them together so your spine gets long. Come on up out of it. And Grace, you could separate your feet up further apart. I think that might make it. Yeah, that's it. It's not cheating. Stay here or move into your crow. If you're staying here, move your right arm down, left arm up. Feel that diagonal stretch. Stay in your crow for 2 more breaths. Those of you that are doing the stretch, just switch it to the opposite way. Come back to center and forward fold. Come on up, legs straight, forward fold. Inhale the whole way up to stand. Grab that right knee on your way up. We're just going to dance our way through these equanimity postures. So right knee in your hand, open it up to the side. Opposite arm out to the side. Bring it back, dancing Shiva. Feel that rotation in your spine as you look towards the space. Yes, you got it. Come back to center. Airplane into standing split. Walk your hand down that standing leg, down, down, down. Hold on to your ankle for dear life, or put your flat palms on the floor and do about 3 hops. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Ooh, we got a lot of hoppers. And forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, come on up to stand. Grab that left knee as you come up. Externally rotate at that hip. Feel that opening in your hip. Make it feel good. Come back to center and dancing Shiva. Get those hip points level. Take that left. Yes, that's it, Alina. Come back to center. Standing split. Walk your hand down that leg as if you're going into airplane. So it's a balancing posture if you're holding on to your calf or your ankle or go into your hops. Yeah, that's it. Woohoo! Be brave in that hop. Yes, that's it, Meg. Nice, Tori. And forward fold, forward fold. Inhale up to stand. Standing bow. Grab your right foot, but hang out here for a moment. Feel that quad stretch. Now concentrate on those quads. They are what's going to do the work. Engage them, contract them, and kick against your hand. Kick against your hand. Make it feel good for your shoulder. Let that shoulder, that right shoulder, just relax. Lift your foot up and stretch your arm and your foot far apart from each other. You want to try to get as much distance between your hand and your foot and breathe for God's sake. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Breathe it in and release. Set up the same way we did before. You want that quad stretch. Really bring that heel way into your glutes. Feel that lovely. You might even feel it across the top of your foot. Now engage those muscles. Contract those muscles. Everything else is loosey-goosey. Your jaw, your shoulder, your eyes, your standing knee. Just those quads that are really working for you. Put all of your calorie burning into those quads and release. One more set. So right side, open up that heart. Oh, I like that, Tori. Tori went ahead and danced in between those. Little Kundalini. Just three breaths. 2 more. Final lift with your inhale. And release other side. Beautiful focus. There's also relaxation here, believe it or not, and the relaxation is in the shoulder. Relax your shoulder. Let that soft tissue really stretch out. Right-sided tree pose. If you haven't done this yet tonight, meditate right now. Move into your right-sided tree pose. Other side. release. Inhale, both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up all the way down to the floor. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Keep your toes tucked under. Keep the balls of your feet connected to the floor. Lift your knees up. Lift your thighs up. Lift your arms up. Broaden across your chest. Tuck your chin. Breathe. We got 2 more in. Out. Last one. Air in and release. Right ear to the floor. Rotate your head, putting your right ear to the floor. Round your shoulders down to the floor. If you still have that bind, let it go. Round your shoulders to the floor. Locust posture. Keep your arms open in airplane arms. Lift your legs this time. If you're feeling anything in that lower back, tuck your toes again. If not, lift your legs. Keep your chin tucked. We are going to do 3 breaths together. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. In. Let it go. Last uno. And down. Left ear down to the mat. Rounding your shoulders forward. Move your right arm up parallel to the front edge of your mat. Then your left knee. Capture your ankle on the inside of your left ankle. Press your right arm into the floor and kick. You're using those strong quads just like you did before with standing. Now we're on the floor, so you don't have to worry about balance as much. So really kick. Really open up that left shoulder. Make it feel good and switch. Left arm across the front edge of your mat. Reach on the inside of your ankle, your right ankle, and once again, kick. So take the work out of this and make it feel like massagey across your chest, across your shoulder, even down your arm, across your neck. Lift on up and release. Press your hands down on the floor. Come on up to your camel posture. Put your hands on your lower back and lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Stretch the skin, the muscle, the cartilage, the bones, lungs, heart. Tuck your toes under and sit down on your heels with your toes tucked under. Move your pinkies forward, the little baby toes, and sit on your heels. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Bend your right elbow, reach underneath, and clasp your hands. Or grab a strap, towel, another person. Move that right elbow towards the space behind you. Release, tense your fingertips out. Put your toenails down on the floor and lift your knees up. Stretch out the tops of your feet. Good. Back down and up into your camel pose. Hands on your lower back, just dancing your way into that stretch across your chest. Tuck your toes under, sit on your heels, left arm up towards the ceiling. Bend your left elbow, reach on under. Grab those hands, elbow back. Feel that stretch. Set your fingers, tips down, toes on the floor, and lift your knees up. Stretch out your feet. Swing your legs out in front of you. Down you go into bridge pose. You got three breaths, 5 breaths, 7 breaths. So up into your bridge for 3, 2, last one. Come on down. Bridge or wheel for 5. On you go. 4, 3. So it's just this fluid dance from one posture to the next. 2 more. Final breath. And down. Up for 7 breath cycles, bridge or wheel. Let that breath just keep flowing. Do your add-ons. If you want to lift a leg, lift an arm, that's it. Add them. Keep pressing your hands into the floor, your feet in the floor. Beautiful, Meg. Just gorgeous. Think about your heart floating up towards the ceiling. And Supta Baddha Konasana. Put the soles of your feet together. Knees drift on down towards the floor. Yes, that's it. Release that adrenaline with your exhale. Some of you might have heard me say this before, that horses, when they make that sound, that's how they release adrenaline. Isn't that cute? You could do that right now. Just go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Happy baby. Rub the soles of your feet. Rock left and right. Put your feet down on the floor as if you were going to do bridge, reclining half pigeon. Move your right ankle over your left knee and reach through and grab your shin or the back of your thigh. So, hey, Allisons and Joyce. Glad you're here tonight. Go ahead and rock back and forth. Really massage your back, even in this posture. I'm going to turn off the lights, you guys, but we're still here with you in case you can't see us. And switch. Release and put your flat feet on the floor like you would be in bridge, but you're not going into bridge again. So just put your flat feet on the floor with your knees bent. Walk your feet apart. Separate them beyond the mat with your knees bent. And allow both knees to cave down towards the center. Towards the center. Now, if they touch, it's a little less of a stretch. If you want more, you could separate your feet more so they're just kind of hovering there. If that's too intense, you could always pulse by lifting your knees up towards the ceiling, orienting them towards the ceiling, and then letting just drift back down towards the floor. And choose an inversion you would like to do, either waterfall, headstand, shoulder stand. Get your legs up towards the ceiling, plow posture. That's it, Grace. Your torso is stick straight. Can you move your legs back this way just a little bit? Yes. Using those strong, strong biceps. That's all in the biceps right there. Keep your head just like it is. Don't turn it left or right. If you are in shoulder stand, move into your plow posture. Put your flat hands on the floor. Come rolling out. Regardless of where you are, hug your knees into your chest, deep into your chest, and draw a circle with your knees. Really explore that bony plate at the base of your spine, even your tailbone. Can you hit your tailbone as you create that circle? And reverse the direction of your circle. Put your flat feet on the floor, supine twist to the right. So scoot your butt over to the left a little bit. So do a little scooch of your hips over to the left and allow your knees to drift over to the right. You could even scoot your butt more this way, Grace. Good. You want to stack those hips right on top of each other. That looks good. That looks good. Yep. Jordan knows the drill. Just really enjoying this word surrender tonight. Debbie said it in a class I took earlier today, and just offering that to you. Have that strong sense of surrendering. There's so much we just really don't have control over. So here's a great place to feel supported and really let yourself go into that surrender. Mm-hmm. Supine twist in the opposite direction. Yeah, there's a cool eye towel near you if you want to find it while you're in this posture. And as you move into Shavasana, you can put that cool eye towel on your forehead or your eyes. Get super picky here tonight. Picky with how you feel. If you feel anything that's against your foot or ankle, or if your knees need some support, you can put some blocks underneath them. Think of yourself as that high maintenance friend who needs everything perfect. That's what you're after in the Shavasana, reaching around until you find that sweet spot, that openness. From there, tell yourself, I am going to be still no matter what. I am going to lay here as still as possible. Just feel the echo of everything you did over this last hour wash over your body. Draw slow, big circles with your wrists and your ankles as slow as you can, really noticing how that stretches soft tissue around your forearm, your shins, your calves, identifying the lines of stretch. And stretch your fingers out. Really stretch them out. Feel that webbing stretch between your fingers. Make a fist and stretch them out again. A couple more, just like that. Opening up your hand as wide as it can go, and then clenching your fist as much as you can. You can start to bend your knees into your chest. Roll over onto your right side and put that eye towel between your forehead and the floor. So that cool spot right there on your forehead. In the yoga world, we think of this as a space of intuition, a place where we remind ourselves to trust ourselves, not just with our thoughts, but with our whole being, our whole body, as we move through the world. Move to a seated position. We'll do 3 rolling Om right into the next. You don't have to wait for my lead or anybody else. Big breath in. Namaste. You don't have to clap. It's too late to clap. mm, thank you. You're hungry for a cauliflower vegan pizza, huh?